Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to day 8 of VEDA. Hashtag 30 days of hairstyles. Hashtag torrinpaige if you want. Though that's not necessary actually. But it does make it easier for me to find you. Oh. Any hoodles. Bweeta's buns today. I already got my pigtails going. But before I started braiding, I wanted to let you know where I'm wearing mine, I know it's going to hurt after about 5 hours. I know this because I've experienced. If you have to wear your hair for longer than that, and you're doing this today, make it lower. Many of my girls already have pictures in, so you can go and search the hashtag, but they've done it down here, and it's beautiful and classy. And fine-haired ladies, stop panicking that your buns aren't giant. Just trust me on this. It looks really nice with those little bitty buns. It looks like a very neat, classy hairstyle. Mine look like hubcaps, and that's just the way of things. But yeah, if you want this to be a comfy hairstyle, shift it lower. Or if you're one of my ones that can do top knots, you know, you can do it right on top of your head. But if you have thick hair like me, it's going to look like Minnie Mouse buns, just so you know. Which may be your thing, and that's cool too. And hoodles. Let me start braiding. I always have like one is a little looser, so it wants to slide. Let's split in half. Roundabout's the same in half. Yeah, good enough. Alrighty. So, yeah. So, yesterday, you guys, many of you guys hated yesterday's hair. At least from the comments that you left under your pictures. You did not like it. I loved it. I think I realized after about the 4th or 5th one of you were like, I guess sometimes I go a little dragalicious with my styles. Like I'm a big lady, so I kind of like big hair. Also, I am a child of the 80s and 90s. It's, you know, so I love the big floofy buns. I like them. And some of you, when you put it on yourself, you were just like, no, I can't wear my hair like this. Now, many of you embraced it and just went. And were like, oh, well, I don't know if it suits me, but here we go. Which is awesome. Some of you guys did it, took your picture, and then completely took it down and did another hairstyle, which I understand. That's totally cool. And some of you did it. It wasn't quite what you wanted, but you were like, you know what? Let me see if I can just make it a little more compact, not quite so floofy. Let me see, like, maybe 3 buns aren't really my jam, but maybe I'll like it better with 2. And everybody's looked good. I mean, I love that you guys were like, okay, well, let's adapt it to my own needs, which I always tell you guys to do that. Adapt it for yourselves. Just because I like it one way doesn't mean that you like it that way. And 2 of y'all did it vertical. No kidding. Instead of doing the buns horizontal like I did across the back of my head, you went all vertical, like Mohawk style. That's really cool. And now I'm going to have to try that because I thought that looked really neat and awesome. So, yeah, I think next month I'm gonna try that. Doing the little like triple floofy bun thing and seeing how I like them apples. It just, yeah, I liked how that turned out, you guys. But it was really nice to see so many of you who are just like, this isn't working for me, so I'm going to do variation. I love variations. I love it when you guys do variations. That's super nice. Oh, which way did I twist this one? I got to twist this one the other direction. All right. Sorry. Not necessarily. I guess I could actually do them both the same way, but, you know, just trying to keep them similar. Any hoodles. Yeah, so it's Bweeta's buns today, double buns. I was gonna braid in the, I I can't remember what they're called, lock cages? That's probably not right. But the really pretty metallic beads that are used on locks and micro braids and stuff. I was gonna, because I was gonna wear a different dress. I was gonna do the multicolor. And then it is much warmer than I thought it was gonna be. So I switched the dress I'm wearing. And I'm wearing this coral thing. So instead I'm gonna do rhinestones. Sorry guys. We will eventually play with those things. I have experimented with them a little bit. So I'll look through some of the other hairstyles. I can't remember. We might just have to wait until next month. And you know what? That's okay. We're a little busy this month. I have had some people, you know, some requests all of a sudden for hairstyles and things, and I'm like, you guys, you do realize the whole month, I'm packed for this month at least. Although, you know, still send requests and stuff. That's not what I'm saying, because, you know, after this month, I'm gonna need ideas. It is the way of things. I really liked the casting. You guys casting yourselves. Some of you are absolutely, like, I would go see your movies because I like your casting choices. And I like that many of us also went for personality, you know, not just pretty, but we actually tried to think of an actress who could portray ourselves, which was interesting. I asked Joe who would play him in the movie, and he did not answer me, so I don't know. So I guess I'm just going to stick with Jared Padalecki would be my movie husband, and Martha Plimpton would be movie me. And I think that would make a very interesting movie. Oh, these ones I'm English braided. You guys can do whichever braids you want for these. But I like the look of the rose buns for the centers and the English braids along the outside. But you can do all English braids. You can do all rope braids. You can do 4-strand. If you want to do fishtails, do fishtails. I just don't really. If I was fishtailing, you guys, we would be here for so long. So long. It takes me a long time to do a fishtail. And doing 4, geez, no. Never. Yeah. So somebody asked, I saw down in my, I always say somebody, you guys, I can't remember anything unless I write it down, and unfortunately did not write down. But somebody said, oh, for your question tomorrow, what's your favorite author? I actually have an entire video on my favorite authors. I picked 5 men and 5 women. I'm not positive, but I think it was last VEDA, so like 2 years ago. I did a whole thing, my top 10 authors, but there's actually like 12 because I did honorable mentions on both sides. Yeah, but if you don't want to go watch that, I have my favorite dude author is still Stephen King, because he gave me my love of reading when I read Pet Sematary in 4th grade, and discovered the horror genre and grown-up books and stuff. Oh yeah, and the love of thick tomes. Some people say he's lost his spark in the latter part of his career, and I argue with that. As any author, some books are better than others. A lot of the books that I really love are not other people's favorites. Like everybody always says, The Stand and It. I think it's good. The Stand's okay. It's not my favorite. My favorite Stephen King book is The Talisman. And I really like The Eyes of the Dragon, which was his children's book. Yeah, Stephen King wrote a children's book, y'all. I also really love Insomnia, which nobody likes, but I like it. As far as some of the more recent things, I really liked Bag of Bones. Lizzie's Story wasn't my favorite. It was okay, and there was some interesting things happening, but, you know, it wasn't my most favorite. And then he just did the, Bazaars, was it the Bazaar of Broken Dreams? I think that was His last short story collection. I love his short stories. They're my favorites. Most of his short story collections are my favorites. Any hoodles. That's Steve. I still love Steve. I always will. I like the way that he writes characters. That's Stephen King is about characters and making you care about people no matter what happens to them, kind of thing. Like he's all about characters. His son also really, and his name is escaping me. Joe Hill, thank you. Joe has the same gift for characters that Steve does. And so I really like Joe's books too, because he inherited his father's gift for making you care about characters. So, any hoodles. Lady authors, I love Patricia Briggs the most. I love Kelly Armstrong. She writes the, is it the Otherworld series, the Women of Otherworld series? She writes a few other series too, but that's like her big one. And Kim Harrison, who writes the Hollows books, the Rachel Morgan books. I love the two of them quite a bit too, but Patricia Briggs, who writes the Mercy Thompson series, the Alpha Omega series, but she also has some high fantasy series too. She is my absolute favorite lady author, just because she also writes characters, but I'm really into urban fantasy now. It's just my jam. And I like her. I feel like she writes very tautly. There's not a lot of over embellishment for no reason. Like you guys know, I love my Anita Blake books, my smutty Anita Blake books. But Laurel does have a bit of she likes to over embellish a lot. Patricia doesn't do that. She's concise, and she's got a lot of humor in her books too, which I like. Kim Harrison does that as well. So, but yeah, I love Patricia Briggs so hard. She makes me want to write again. I used to want to be a writer. And when I read her books, yeah, it makes me want to write again, but I don't really write anymore. I don't have, I don't know if you're aware, I majored in English, English Lit when I was in college, and you have to write a lot of papers. I also minored in journalism, so I had to write even more stuff. But before I went to college, I was like, I'm going to be a teacher and then write in the summers. That was my thing. But it turns out in college, I realized I really don't like teaching, not in the U.S. school system. Anyway, I didn't like that you have to teach the canon. I didn't like that they had started to kind of switch over to where you were teaching the test. There was a lot I didn't like. So I decided I didn't want to be a teacher anymore. And that's when I picked up journalism as a minor, because I found out I really love to copy edit. And I'm good at it. So I was like, I'll be a copy editor. And then I can still, write on the side or whatever. But after writing all of those papers, I have one hair that I did not get braided in anywhere. I'm not unbraiding. I'm just going to wrap this around. How did that happen? I'm just going to wrap this around. This will be a pain in the butt when I take it down, but I'll worry about it then. Hopefully I'll remember. I'm not unbraiding to make sure. Oh my goodness, that sucked. Any hoodles, where was I? I was tightening this up and making a bun. Okay, I was telling you, oh yeah, so after writing all that stuff in college, I don't want to write anymore. It killed my creativity, and that really makes me sad. It's like, the one thing that I really loved, getting my degree took it away from me. Because I don't feel I used to just like sit down and write. I started a novel when I was in high school. It was terrible. Yeah. But, you know, at least I try. I started writing it. But yeah. So needless to say, I still really miss writing creatively. I thought maybe sometime I might write NaNoWriMo or whatever it is, you know. And I actually did a lot of research into a series of books I was thinking about trying. But as always, I gave up on that. I'm real good at giving up on stuff, y'all. But I wish I could rekindle my love of creative writing. It's not even, I think I'm an okay writer. I don't think I'm an awesome writer, but I think I'm okay. And like I said, I do really miss it. So I wish that I could, let's just do these one at a time because I don't feel like messing. I miss it. I want to write again. Maybe I will. Maybe that'll be one of my goals for next year. I'll start writing again or something. Or at least just do like little creative writing exercises or writing prompts or something. Since there's so many now. I should join a club or whatever. I know a lot of you write. Do you have like, what do you guys do to exercise your creative juices? Is there like forum or like a little club or maybe a site you go to for writing prompts? Let me know. Because I know many of you write. Some of you are the real deal too, like published. Yes, I have authors. You guys always delight me. But yeah, like I know some of you guys are legitimate. And I would actually argue that anybody who writes is legitimate. You don't have to be published, but you just have to, you know, do it. How do these look? I don't know. I really didn't pay attention to my crossovers. Do we look okay? Yeah, this is a little squirrely. Why are you looking so squirrely? You know, you do look a little, I don't like the way this one wrapped. Unwrap you. What did you do? I don't know what I did because I was talking. Maybe if we go, no. Pause while I unpin and redo this because apparently I can't wrap and talk at the same time. All right, I'm getting ready to pin now. I forgot I had to do them at the same time to do the, you know, cross them over and back, cross them over, bring them up. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. I'm just getting ready to, I'm gonna pin them down. Yeah, I forgot I had to do both braids at once. Hey, I have an old brain. I forget how things work sometimes. I also maybe should put them closer together, but oh well. And apparently I'm leaving my bangs down today because they've fallen out before I had a chance to spray them, which means I need to wash and floof, which is just as well. I should probably do bangs with this one. I have a whole lot of 5 head. Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty much it today. If you guys know, you know, I don't know, how do you get back into something that you once loved and then lost your love for? Like your writing for me. I don't know, maybe you guys draw and you've begun to do that again or what have you. I need to wash my bangs so I can redo them and floof them for pictures. But I am going to decorate today with lots of little sparkly pins because I can. All right, yeah, let me fix these bangs up. But that's Bweeta's Buns for the most part. Remember, put them lower if you need them to last a long time today, and mine are up a little higher, but I know I can handle the pain here. So, sometimes beauty hurts. Alrighty, y'all. Bang time. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't remember what tomorrow is. It'll be a surprise. It's not a surprise. It's on the list, but just right now, it's not there. Okay. Yeah. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.